Hello and welcome back. This is Joanna the Medium, and these are going to be readings for the month of October 2016. First and foremost, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing. I have had an incredible amount of comments and emails, which I read every single one, and they make me very happy. So thank you so much for doing this. Just like last month, these readings for the month of October are divided into two parts almost. The first part is a channeled message, and the second part is cards, which often correspond to the message that was channeled, but also offer a little bit more detail with regards to what may be happening in your life. These are general readings, so if one sign does not make sense to you, read your other signs, as in your moon sign or rising signs, for these may offer a greater picture to what is happening. I have also received a lot of information or a lot of feedback from you saying that when you listen to the reading at the beginning of the month, it doesn't really make sense, and it probably wouldn't. But when you listen to it again towards the end of the month, it makes perfect sense to you. So I would encourage you to do that. I do that with myself when I watch readings, because when a month starts, we are not privy to what is going to be happening. So October is a month that is interesting, to say the least. I do have yet another new energy that I'm working with, and he has been providing a lot of information regarding the month of October and the months beyond. So I won't spoil the surprise for you, but it is reflected in each and every sign. There are some of you who have asked who he is. He is a male energy that I work with, and it is basically an energy or entity or being that basically tells me what to tell you. Even when it is with cards, he tells me what the message is for you. Of course, if you would like a private session, I would be delighted to do so for you. You can reach me at the information below, or you can go to my website, joannathemedium.com. I have also included links for you down below to my website as well as to my booking page, so you can go directly and book your own session that way. And I think that is everything that I have to say for you. If you feel inspired to write a comment or message me, I would, as always, love to read it, and I read them all. So without further ado, let's go with the reading, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a sign for reading for the sign of Capricorn, moon sign, rising sign, and sun sign. I have 3 cards face down, and I will start off with a channeled message. So just give me one moment and we will see what they've got to say. So the theme for the month of October is patience. Sorry. I know some of you don't like the word patience, and I get it. Patience with one's self, patience with the process around children, and patience with relationships. So this is a message for some of you regarding relationships. For some of you, it's going to be around kids. And for some of you, it's going to be, actually, those are the 2 areas he's connecting to. For those of you who are patiently awaiting decision around your children, some kind of decision around your children, and I'm hearing the word court case or legal matters, you are being asked to not only stay patient, but to also allow yourself to, or remove yourself from the situation emotionally. And when I ask why, he's saying to me that when you connect to the situation with your current emotions, you are not allowing the process to flow smoothly. And he continues on saying, because you have fears to attachments, or there is fears around attachments, you are not allowing yourself the process of growth and also the situation from evolving and resolving itself. It's almost as if to say your feelings of hurt and feelings of fear are, it's almost like you're grabbing onto the situation and you're not willing to let it go. And as long as you're not willing to let it go, you are keeping the situation from resolving and solving itself. And then I hear the word trust. I also hear, be mindful that there is more to this story or the situation than what you hear and see. There are some things that have been concealed from you for the purpose of preservation, and whether this is preserving your own sense of preservation. What do you mean? Whether it's because someone wants to spare you gory details or things that might make you feel upset, or some other components, the information that is withheld from you plays a significant part on this case or situation. He says those who are involved in the process know what they're doing. And I feel like if this is a court case for some of you, allow the professionals or the lawyers handle the legal matters. And I'm being shown you standing on the side and needing to let it unfold and not take active part in it. And I keep hearing, don't let yourself be involved. Don't let yourself be involved. So this makes no sense to me, but it's not supposed to make any sense to me. So I'm going to leave that component there. Now, the other one is to do with relationships. Patience to do with relationships. Again, I'm hearing, allow the process to unfold. And I am being shown, you, if you're wanting to have a relationship or dealing with a relationship, you're holding onto it so tight for dear life that the more tightly you hold onto it, the less successful you will be regarding the issue of relationship. So this could be for some of you who are in a current relationship where you're holding on to a situation that isn't healthy for you, and you need to let the grips go a little bit. Or for those of you who are looking to acquire a new relationship, you're have strict parameters around which you feel the relationship should be based, and you're holding on to those parameters, and this is figure of speech, for dear life, and you need to let those grips, you need to loosen those grips. Allow the situation to evolve or resolve itself. And then I hear the words, it'll come into its own. It'll come into its own. So I'm just going to see if he can give me a little bit more information. The feeling I get is that you, whether it's your kids or relationships, the feeling I get, you're standing almost as if on a fork, on a road that is a fork. And there is indecisiveness, there is fear, there is a lack of confidence, and there is the inability to see forward or perceive what will happen. There is a feeling of stagnation, and there's also a feeling of aloneness. So whatever situation you're dealing with, this is what I'm feeling about you. I also hear this is not the first time you are going through this. Not necessarily physically speaking, but the emotions and feelings seem to be the same as a time or few times before. And he says, you might want to look at your generator. Generator is being implied as your head. And it's implied your belief system. So where you are right now, I feel stuck. I do feel you are stuck with whatever you're dealing with. And it is not the first time you feel stuck. And he's saying you are stuck here. Physically, you're not stuck, or at least I'm hoping you're not stuck. But he says, no, physically, you're not stuck. This is what's holding you stuck and what's holding you back. You might want to reconsider the way you think of yourself and the world around you. And he's saying to me that the way you think of yourself and the world around you is in fact limiting you to quite a degree. And I feel like I'm being surrounded by walls and I'm unable to see what's beyond. I know there's something beyond, but those walls are preventing me from seeing. And he's pointing at me and he's saying, what's preventing you from seeing what's behind those walls is the walls. But the walls are built here, meaning they're built as a result of your belief system. So, what do you think of life as a general rule? Do you feel life is hard or is meant to be hard? Or do you feel life is easy with challenging moments? And he says that is the first thing or question you might want to ask yourself. For that very question will enable you to come up with an answer that might surprise you. And he says, be honest with yourself enough to understand that the answer you get may significantly change the rest of your life. And then he says, be brave. This isn't about fault finding. This is about finding faults in your belief system. It's about faulty belief system. It's not about finding faults with you. And there is a difference. I also hear your mother meant well, but she didn't know how to love you. So for some of you, this is going to connect to your upbringing with your mother. I'm also hearing it is very important for you to think yourself as an individual. What do you mean by that? As long as you constantly relate yourself to other people, or as long as you compare yourself to other people, you will always feel stuck. And he says the stuckness we're talking about is not a stuckness in a physical aspect. It is a stuckness in your mind and your belief system that is making you feel stuck in a physical aspect. And he says, the world is yours to have. Will you allow yourself to have it? And then he makes me feel there is this limiting belief. It's almost like, no, that's not for me. No, I can't have it. No, I don't think I'm allowed to have it. Or no, I don't think this kind of stuff is for me. There's definitely a limiting aspect to your beliefs. Now I'm going to go into cards, and the first card represents background, or what is contributing or what has contributing to the situation you find yourself in. So this could be pertaining to what was just said or completely different. And the card we have is spiritual strength. Card that represents your spirituality, your drive, your desires. 9 is number of endings, but this is was shown to me in reverse. And I will ask what this means, not as per the meaning of the card, but what the message is here. He says to me, they found themselves feeling not good enough due to some circumstances in their past. And these circumstances have to do with a loved one, whether a partner, family, parent, whatever. There are feelings, and I feel this in my abdomen. There are feelings of not feeling good enough. I also feel it in my chest. There's an emotion here that is very uncomfortable, and just feelings of not good enough. I also feel sheltered. What I mean by this is I feel secluded. I feel sheltered. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's like I'm in my little bubble and afraid to come out. So that is what's contributed to your current situation. Now, your current situation is shown to us by the card another 5, or actually this was a 9. Another spirit card, passion, obstacles and challenges. 5 is number of changes. These are changes. These are big changes. And the reason why this is shown to me in reverse, in its upright position, it says obstacle and challenges. So in its upright position, it's actually not a great card, but because it's shown to me in reverse, he says to me, you're about to overcome one of the biggest obstacles or challenges in your life. And he says, don't ask how this will be done. Just know and believe that it will be done. He says the asking is not going to help you. The asking will only confuse you. Simply accept that you're about to enter a part of your journey that feels significantly different than the one you were coming from or up until this point. He says those aspects of you that have been hurting are about to be let go and released. Have patience with yourself. He's also reminding me that October is a month of change. And I said this in 2 other signs. This is not change that's just for individuals. This is a change, fundamental change in energy. And I was told earlier it's on a global scale. It has to do with energies and vibrations, and I don't know exactly what that means, but this is a change on a profound level. So it's a trickle-down effect. It's the global, it's the environment, and it's also individual. Change is imminent, he says to me. The struggle that you are dealing with right now is all but a product of your mind. Allow yourself to think positively and let it go. So this is definitely something about letting go. Letting go of your past, letting go of the grips of you holding on to certain aspect of your life, simply letting things unfold by letting it go. The next card signifies the advice. And we have the card Material Harvest. This is another card, number 9. This is to do with money, relationships, possessions, health. It is in reverse. So I'm going to ask what this means. He says, as long as you keep believing that you don't have enough, you will never have enough. Allow yourself to contemplate the idea of having all that there is, meaning feeling of abundance. When you allow yourself to feel that you can have all that there is, you will then create an environment that would allow you to attract people, places, people, situations, and circumstances that will be a match to that feeling or that belief. He says again, what you believe, you will get. Lack is a product of your mind. It's a product of your imagination. If you believe in lack, you will receive lack. If you believe in abundance, you will attract that to you. There is no other way. And then I hear the words, the best is yet to come. And I hear the word scarcity. Get rid of the notion of scarcity in your vocabulary. Now, this doesn't mean that you're using the word scarcity, but if you have belief system based on scarcity, you need to get rid of it. You need to change it. You need to transform it into positive. The opposite of scarcity is abundance. Allow yourself to think and feel abundant, for that is the only way you will find true happiness. For those of you that this is for, there's definitely a feeling of being alone. There's definitely a feeling of not having total control over certain situations, and the gripping toward those situations signifies fear. The grips are so strong because there's a fear of letting it go somehow. As you think, so you shall be, he said to me. As you think abundance, so you shall be abundant. Never forget that. And he's underlining this with the exclamation mark. This is how I'm going to leave this. If this makes sense to you, and if you feel inclined to comment, or if you feel inspired to comment, I would love to hear your comments. If you would like a private session, of course, you can get a hold of me by the links, following the links down below. I made that more clear for you, not clear, convenient for you. October is a month of change. This is consistent with every single sign. This is consistent with all the information I received in my meditations. So have faith and have patience in October. I look forward to seeing you in November. Again, if this is a general reading, so you might want to look at your other signs because they may offer a greater picture for you. And until November, I wish you best of luck and thank you so much for watching.